welcome to episode 11. I did not expect to buy a guitar today. I did some playthroughs of my initial reactions to it. I hope you enjoy that. For $75, it's a lot of guitar. Hope you enjoy the video. You just look at it, it's pretty cool. This is a Monoprice Les Paul inspired kind of guitar. Monoprice. If you're not familiar with Monoprice, they make a lot of, they kind of like rebrand gear. Some of it's pretty good, some of it's just okay. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, the tuners are really quite nice. The neck feel, the finish is great. Fret edges are a little rough where it meets the binding. The nut probably isn't the greatest fit for this guitar. Doesn't have a broken headstock. That's cool. 75 bucks. $75 for a whole guitar. I mean, that's like half of a nice pedal. The only thing that gave me a little bit of trouble towards the end is even though this toggle has a really good feel, it was a little bit spotty in the switching between bridge and neck towards the end. I'm going to play with it a little more. Might just need to be cleaned out a little bit. I think it sat for quite a while, maybe a couple years. Finish is really nice. The pickup sounded great to my ears. You know, with these budget guitars, it's not like I'm saying go out and find this exact guitar. It's like I was poking around on Craigslist for no reason and happened to find this thing. And it's pretty cool. I mean, sometimes there's some cool budget stuff out there. It was kind of an interesting story, but it ended up working out really into my favor. This family, and I took my cousin. When we got there, it was people that we kind of knew, and we weren't expecting that because of the way the whole listing went and everything. And yeah, it's actually a really super cool piece. Could be a really cool mod platform. Needs a little bit of a setup. Action's pretty high, but it's with 10, so it's light. So I was able to play it and bend fine. Staying in tune pretty good. Not great. Nut could use some slotting. Just the height's a little high. Not outrageous, but it's got some. It needs some setup work is all. For a guitar for this price, I'm really not complaining. They sold new for around 200 bucks. It's a bolt-on neck construction. No idea what the woods are that it's made out of. It feels like maybe a light mahogany alternative, maybe a mahogany neck as well. Something like NATO or one of those other like mahogany-esque woods, you know. But it's not a bad guitar. The binding looks really nice. It's got like a nice cream binding on the neck and the... It reminds me a lot of my LTD EC256, just the way it feels. Could be made in the same factory, who knows. But the bolt-on neck doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, the only things that were a little rough is just the edges of the fretboard. But when I sat and I tested it, I made sure, you know, the fretboard wasn't super dried out. There was no dead notes or... and this is with the whatever strings were on there. They actually don't feel super shot because it lived in its case a lot. There's a little bit of rust in the high strings in a couple spots, but not bad. Like, it was functional enough to make a video for tonight. So if you ever come across something cool in budget, you know, if you can, pull the trigger. I mean, sometimes you can find a deal, and I found a deal. I was really excited. Ended up being kind of a cool night, just catching up with my cousin and having some burritos and tacos afterwards. Yeah, big thanks to you, Raya, for helping me out today. And it turned into a... This is not the episode I originally filmed. I actually filmed a playthrough of some punk tones and my secondary camera angle. That camera was full of storage. We're making so many videos lately, and I lost half the footage, so I had some cool sounds, but the footage didn't line up. I might release, you know, little chunks of what I was doing that yesterday for today's video. But yeah, no, I had a really good time today. I'm going to keep playing with this, put some new strings on it, see if I can get this toggle switch worked out. It's just a little gum. It's cheap toggle switch. It happens all the time. I've broken them on a bunch of Les Paul style guitars, just doing the Tom Morello thing. It's not a big deal. And it actually was functioning for most of my playthrough, so... Might take a look at it, just make sure I can get it working. But honestly, other than that, 75 bucks, I'm not crying about it. It looks really cool. I'm really enjoying it. So hope you enjoyed today's video. If you ever find a cool guitar on Craigslist, don't be afraid to go check it out. So have a good one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.